Shalom Akim, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salute once again to sincere Akim out there of the hopeful elect. All right, and in this video, we're going to touch on music. All right, the scriptures say the daughters of music shall be brought low, so that's what I'm going to entitle this one. All right, and I got that scripture lined up. All right, and the reason why I'm bringing this video out dealing with the subject of music is because, well, basically, the inspiration came from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, but I was watching Vlad TV with Fredro Starr on it, last week with the brothers at the brother Shemayawan's house, and Fredro he made a comment about hip hop music, in comparison to other genres of music, because right now you have 2021, you lost, I don't know how many rappers that year, how many hip hop artists died in 2021, but it was basically like a record high. All right. And guess what? 2022, the Lord is going to turn things up and more of you rap stars are going to die, man. All right. Because most of the rappers that died last year a lot of them were, low level rappers, that, they might have had a small buzz in the industry. It wasn't really well known like the Jay-Z's and the Nas's and, the certain legends that you have in the hip hop industry. But guess what? 2022, man, some of you legendary rap stars are going to wind up perishing as well, man. All right. But the whole point is, Fredro was basically saying, look, hip hop is the only genre of music where, these rappers are getting killed. Rappers are dying horrible death of violence in the streets, and you don't see that in rock and roll. You don't see that in country music. You don't see that in R&B music and soul and all of that kind of stuff. All right. So but when you study hip hop and you analyze hip hop, all right, which drill is a part of hip hop culture, right? Drill music, the new shit that they got out with the kids, killing their ops and talking about smoking on a pack of the person that one of the people that was an op that they murdered. All right. Other music genres don't glorify shit like that in their songs, man. Okay. You don't hear things like that in country music and Western music and, in classical music. All right. Only in hip hop, in which you niggas, right? When I say you niggas, I'm talking about you Jakes, you Israelites. That's your culture, man. That's the monster that you created, okay? And that's all because of the curses. That's because you're cursed, and it's all prophetic, man. Okay, when you think about it, all right? So the energy that you give is the energy that you get, all right? That's the energy that you get. If you got songs talking about selling poison to your people and, messing around with your homeboy's girlfriend, all right, and shooting down the ops, which is your brother, all right, from up or down the block or from the cross side of town or what have you, and you putting it all over beats, smoking drugs to it, all right, and drinking some high potent lean, all right, witchcraft or whatever, okay, then you gotta expect to die, man. Eventually, you gotta expect a short an early demise, man. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna go right into the scriptures. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 4. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the street when the sound of the grinding is low. Yeah, we see that now, man. All right, we've been seeing that lately for some time. All right, prior to the pandemic, businesses being shut down in the streets. All right, but it seemed like when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it just accelerated the loss of businesses and jobs here in this society. The mom and pop shops, they basically become obsolete, man. They're not even here no more. A lot of these the small businesses that's struggling that's left out here, they're finding it hard to pay rent. They're finding it hard to pay their employees. So they got to wind up shutting down shop, man, and look for new means of getting money. All right. So, yeah, man, the grinding is low, meaning the work the workforce, the work drive in this society. It says, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. All the daughters of music shall be brought low. All right. You know, and that represents Israel, man. You know, the state that Israel is in. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And when it comes to our music, you know, because we're known, the scriptures, the Lord described us as the salt of the earth. All right. So we are that nation, that chosen nation in which the Lord made us unique and separated us from the other nations, because we got flavor. We got you know, we got like a jazzy type of swag to us, you know, we're trendsetters. Okay. You know, the spotlight is on us, man. You know, we're the greatest entertainers. All right. But the scriptures say the daughters of music shall be brought low, man. Because back in the ancient world, you know, there was no such thing as no hip hop music, man. Okay. Where Israel was, you know, making songs about killing their brothers, you know, and pimping their women, pimping their sisters, and this, that, and the third, man. And selling poison and drugs, you know, glorifying all of that madness. Israel was doing wicked shit back then, okay? But they wouldn't dare be making songs about it to glorify it, man. You know? A lot of times when Israel was doing dirt, back in the ancient world, they tried to keep it under wraps. Because back in those days, judgment was getting executed, man. All right? Judgment was being executed. In this society, you know, wickedness is promoted. Scriptures tell you that folly is set in great dignity. Okay? And what is folly? Folly is wickedness, man. All right? And wickedness is being promoted, namely amongst our community, through this music, man. Through this music we listen to. You know, through this music that these rap artists make. Right? With the drill music, you got the drill music, which they say originated out there in Chicago. And when you look at Chicago, right, the south side, west side of Chicago, is nothing but death hovering above that city, man. Okay? I mean, I'm talking 60 to 100 shootings over the weekends, man. Over every weekend. All right? So it's just constant death going on in Chicago, man, which is the home of drill music. And that drill music has spread like a plague throughout other urban communities in the United States of America, and it's leaving the same results. Nothing but death. These rappers dying at an alarming rate, right? These kids who are being influenced by the music are basically shooting and killing each other, man. Okay? And it was the same thing when I was growing up, man. You know, in the early 90s, listening to hip-hop music, gangster rap music, all right? It basically, it's a demon. It sets out a demonic vibe for you to want to be some kind of tough guy and come against your brother, right? Because all the songs is all about shooting down another black man, okay? So that, you know, so that's the witchcraft in this music, man. And the music is being brought low. Back in the ancient world, you know, you had our people. They were they were not only warriors, but they were musicians, man. Right? Like Moses, there's the song of Moses. Okay, King David with all his different psalms. King David was a musician who was skilled at playing the harp. It tells you that in the scriptures. You know, when the evil spirit would come upon Saul, they would bring David in to play the harp and to make that evil spirit flee from Saul. Okay, you had the song of Hannah, all right, who was barren at one time, but when the Lord opened up her womb and she gave birth to Samuel, she sung a song praising the Most High. All right. So that's the songs that our people were into back in the ancient world, man. You know, songs of endearment, songs of honoring and praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right. But nowadays, these songs are all about worshiping Satan, man, honoring and praising Satan. So the daughters of music have been brought low. It says, this is Lamentations chapter 5, verse 14. It says, the elders have ceased from the gate. Meaning the leaders of our people, they've ceased from being leaders, man. They all basically sold out, all right? And you know, they don't carry on leadership roles and leadership skills to guide our people to keep our people on the straight and narrow path of what? Worshiping Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, all right? But our leaders, what do? They sell our people out, man, all right? It says the young men from their music. Yeah, the young men from their music. Okay, I mentioned, you know, how Israel used to sing songs praising Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Like most of the Psalms, when you read the book of Psalms, you're supposed to read it rhythmatically in the Hebrew, all right? Because that's the way it was originally orated, all right? But the young men they ceased from making their music, that good music with the good vibration of giving praises unto the Heavenly Father and the Son. It says the joy of our heart is ceased, our dance is turned into mourning. Yeah, our dance is turned into mourning. All right. So the music that our people used to make, you know, which would glorify the Lord, all right, the music is now turned into mourning. Okay. Back in the 50s and the 60s, you had the blues music. You had a music called the blues, all right, which is originated by Jake, the tribe of Judah. Okay. Basically singing about, you know, the hardship and the hell that we were catching in society, man. All right. When you look at the tribe of Benjamin and reggae music, you know, the reggae music was always talking about taking down the oppressor. All right, symbolizing what? Our people knowing that they're in an oppressed state, you know. All right, so you know, the music is not mostly about singing and dancing and being jovial and being happy, man. All right, that turned around because we went into captivity and suffered under these curses. Okay, so which proves that we're the Israelites, man. If you look up all of the scriptures that has to deal with music in the Bible, it's no shadow of a doubt that we have to be the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Okay, them so-called Jews out there in Tel Aviv, there's no way in the world that they can be the Jews, man. All right. But this is the book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 2. It says, we hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. Okay. Yeah. And a harp, a harp is a stringed instrument that, you know, when played right, can bring forth some soothing sounds, man. Okay. And you don't see a lot of jakes out there today inspiring to play the harp, to learn the harp. Okay. That's basically looked upon as, it would be looked upon as being feminine in this society nowadays, you know, because Jake they like to beat the hardcore beats of the drum, right, and the bass and this, that, and the third, you know. But yeah, but when you playing them, not saying drums is an evil instrument, because, you know, the instruments, the way you play them and the way the way they're presented off rhythmatically, it sends a vibration, you know. It sends a vibration, because look at Esau. Even Esau, you know, plays drums and all of that kind of shit with his heavy metal music, and that shit is straight demonic, man. All right, that music sends off a negative energy, a wicked, evil spirit, man. But still in all, Esau is not under these curses. That's why they could play all that mosh pit music, and you don't really hear cases of rock stars killing each other and murdering each other, man. Okay. All right, them devils will still embrace each other, man. After all of that mosh pit dancing and elbowing each other at a goddamn rock concert, these devils will still be friends at the end of the day, man. All right, why? Because those are Edomites. Okay, and Esau right now is in his blessing, which is his heaven. All right, which is this is his world. Okay, I'm gonna read on. It says, For there they carried us away captive. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. All right, and that's what happens, man. You know, here in our captivity, you got these devils requiring us to play music, to play concerts, right? To sign this record deal and push forth this wicked music, man. This wicked music to influence your people to slaughter and kill one another, man. All right. Okay, so that's the vibration that's out there, man. You know, I just want to read something real quick about the god Apollo. You know, because you know that's the vibration that the music is under today. The god Apollo, which is he's known as the god of music and poetry. All right, it says Apollo was the Olympian god of prophecy and oracles, music, song, and poetry, archery, healing, plague, and disease, and the protection of the young. He was depicted as a handsome, beardless youth with long hair and attributes such as a wreath and branch of laurel. bow and quiver of arrows, raven and lyre. The lyre. The lyre is like a small harp, a little small U-shaped harp. All right. But notice it said he was depicted as a handsome, beardless youth with long hair. Okay. Meaning what? Giving off that feminine vibration, man. All right. And that's the problem with our people today, man. You know, the music today is basically, when you look at it, you see some of these videos and the way these entertainers and these artists dress, they push off a feminine vibration, man. You got a lot of these celebrities, these hip hop stars, you know, getting entangled into the fashion industry world, right? With these different fashion designers, Versace and all of that. And they dressing up in dresses, man. They're dressing up in dresses, okay? They're dressing up they're wearing man purses, all right? They're making their countenance look very feminine, all right? Okay? You know, just like the Greek god Apollo, because that's their god, all right? You know, the god of music and poetry, okay? All right, and not to mention Baphomet. You know, Baphomet is the god who they worship heavy in music today as well, man. All right, which Baphomet is an androgynous demon, man. Okay, he's an androgynous demon. All right. When you look up the definition for frequency, okay, because you know, like I stated earlier, you know, with hip hop and drill music, and you know, a lot of our people dying because of it. You know, because the energy that you give is the energy that you get, all right? And the frequencies that you dish out there, it basically returns to you, man. All right? It's it's all witchcraft at the end of the day. All right, the definition of frequency, it says the rate at which something occurs or is repeated over a particular period of time or in a given sample. All right? The fact of being frequent or happening often. All right, it says the second definition, the rate of which a vibration occurs that constitutes a wave, either in a material as in sound waves, or in an electromagnetic field, as in radio waves and light, usually measured per second. All right, so it's negative frequency out there that this music is pushing. That's why I wanted to look up the definition of frequency. All right. And these Zionists and these culture vultures and gutter rats that own all of these major record labels, you know, that you know have to give you the okay and cut the check for you to push out the music that's being pushed out there. They control that, man. All right, and they want you to push that wicked evil frequency out there amongst the masses, man, to cause chaos and destruction in this world, man. All right, and you know, and that's why the daughters of music have been brought low, pursuant to these curses. All right, and this is the last scripture. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 12. It says, "Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail." All right, yeah, man. The enchantments and the sorceries and the witchcraft, music also plays a part of that, man. All right, music also plays a part of that. And America's gonna go down harshly, man. 2022 might very well be the year, man. All right, and you know, you brothers just you brothers, I hope you've been edified, man. I'm gonna end this video on that note, and I just want to say, you know, you Akim out there, just keep staying strong, man, and pray for more faith, and continue to pray to condemn this wicked society, man. All right, so with that, Akim, I'm going to say shalom. I'll be rocking to you brothers out there. Lord willing, I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.